Welcome to WDW Radio Live from a very different, non-Disney location. I have been on a somewhat secret, until right now, research trip for something that I have been planning for more than a few years. It's going to come to fruition probably sometime next year. It is great to see so many familiar names, not faces, but I can at least see, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. Thank you so very much for being here. And if you're watching from, if this is your very first time joining us, please let me know where you are watching from. And if you think you know where I am, please let me know. It's, I think, based on my last couple of posts from the last couple of days, you probably could start to get a little sense where I might be live from. I am, in fact, on a ship out at sea. Yes, somewhere without snow, including Florida. And this is definitely not, it is not SpaceX Scott's, but this is, instead, this is the Royal Caribbean Utopia of the Seas. If you have cruised on Utopia before, let me know. This is my first time, not on Royal, but first time on this ship. I've been on the Oasis of the Seas twice in the past. This is a research trip in the literal sense for something that I have been planning. And we are in Central Park, really one of my favorite areas of the ship, and really where I've spent pretty much most of, if not almost all of my time since it's been here and Azumi, the Japanese restaurant. This is Central Park on Deck 8. Becky Mencken was thrown into the brig for conduct unbecoming. This is Izumi. We've been on the ship for 3 days. We've eaten here twice, and we're eating here one more time. And when I say we, do you think there is any possibility that she would let me go without her? She is, of course, on her play school phone, and she's Becky Mencken from Mouse Phone.
I'm
You're talking to them. Everyone thinks I'm talking to them, but I'm really just talking to you. Have you actually seen Muppets before?
That was the very first 3D I ever saw.
Wow, that says a lot. Oh my goodness, let me sit in my little...
Look how short you are.
I'm short because this is a very comfortable... I'm just going to sit back here and just relax.
That's fantastic.
This is lovely. I actually feel... Becky's basically in a high chair, and I'm in
I am definitely in a high chair. It's fantastic.
You have to come... Despite what you might think, you have to come a little closer.
The chairs don't go any closer.
Well, it's good for me then. Let's do this.
There you go. So you can share. Is it nice to share? I'm just really, really thrilled you actually made it on a Wednesday.
Listen, it has been a busy few weeks. There's been a lot that's been going on. All good stuff, including but not limited to this. We joke around about our research trips, but this is, in fact, an actual research trip for something that I've been planning and talking to you about secretly for... I looked at my notes, so I wanted to put something in that, like I have a note-taking app that I use, and I was doing a search today for the event name that I want to do, and I saw, like, I make notes in my notes to myself and I date them. The first note that I made for this was 2019.
No.
Yeah.
Seriously?
So I really, when I like...
You're so far behind yourself.
When I have an idea, sometimes it takes me a little while to iterate and to launch, like the new podcast I'm launching.
I have no idea how you have any time for another podcast.
Don't
This
you
is
worry.
seriously. Is AI gonna do this? Are you gonna put your voice to it?
No, this is going to be. It's going to be a little bit different than WDW Radio. It's going to be a short form, like 5-hour episode, 6 times a week. Is
A
really
5-hour episode,
6
times a week.
Yeah.
Have you cloned yourself?
I have not cloned myself.
Okay.
Nobody needs more of this in the world. I think one, as many people have told me, one Lou is more than the world actually
It's a lot of Lou.
needs. What's Becky's side of the screen say? I don't like children in the lower third.
What? Who said that? I've kind of like.
So, Katie, I haven't cloned myself, but this really is an idea that I have been. I have not taken my own advice in terms of done is better than perfect, but I finally gotten to a point where now is the time, now is the best time to launch something, not on the Disney side of things, although be things Disney related in here, but you'll see. Probably in the next 1 or 2 weeks, I'll have it launched.
You sure I
So,
shouldn't go get a chair that's.
You know what? Nobody. It's fine.
Well,
What?
this is
Stop
cool.
it.
We can
Why are you
both do
doing-
this.
No,
Hi.
stop it. What are you doing?
Not fun.
Yeah. I just need a closer.
We've been having fun.
Does everybody think these non-research trips are future trips for future momentum retreats at sea? I bet hundreds of pennies on this. Jacob, you might want to lay a little bit extra cheddar on the line because that's not the worst guess in the world. So I've said it to people at Momentum before. There is a plan to do a Momentum, a different version. So I basically currently do 2 events. Sort of my signature event is the Momentum Weekend Workshop that happens every fall in Walt Disney World. 50 people, 1 room, now not 3 days, but 4. It's so good, we needed to add an extra day, but it's 4 days for creators and solopreneurs and dreamers and doers to get together in a single room, not just to learn from people who have walked the walk, but more importantly, you do the work in the room, you network with other people, you mastermind a little bit, and you come out much farther ahead than when you came in. Tickets will go on sale soon.
Smarter.
And hopefully smarter. I came out a little bit more tired, but much happier. And last year's event, I say it every year, but last year's event really was the best year we had. Like, just an amazing group of people, incredible presenters. I learned a lot from the people who were up on stage. And in the spring, I do a Momentum Retreat, which is a weekend-long event in a luxury vacation home in Orlando, where 8 entrepreneurs get together. I'm so productive here. It's crazy. I need to go on a cruise like once a month. You get out of your home environment or work and kids and family and really just focus. The focus is all on you, and it really is sort of like a 3-day intense mastermind where we really hone in on what your goals are, what your challenges are, getting you support to help you, and it is a transformative event. And I take care of everything, including all the food, because I can't make it. There is no shortage of food at the Momentum Retreat.
You cover all the food too?
I cover all the food.
Well, for yourself or for everybody?
I mean, I share. I'm a good sharer. And then there's people I've seen in here who have been to the Momentum Retreat before. I saw Christine Boyle was in here. Danita King would love to be on a cruise right now. Stay tuned. I'll be announcing the Momentum at Sea event at some point. Maybe I'll announce
shortly.
We're close. We're getting closer. We made good progress today.
We did. This is very productive.
We didn't murder each other?
No, not even
yet.
Close. Almost threw you off a train. Or no, you almost threw me off a train.
So Pat Howard says he makes no money on that event with the food included. Possibly. There was one year I went a lot overboard.
Did you do sushi every lunch
No,
sushi,
but
dinner sushi?
Before I went to go check in, I went to Gideon's, and I bought Gideon's cookies for everybody.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an investment.
Yeah, I bought Gideon's cookies. We've done Italian, we've done barbecue. We did a really big barbecue. I'm Italian, we overbuy for food. No, but we will never run out of food. At a holiday, you've been to my house.
Yes.
We don't run out of food. So
So
you
true.
leave with a notebook. First of all, everybody gets a workbook for both events. Last year's Momentum workbook was 212 pages.
Wow.
And the retreat workbook is completely different.
It's like your scavenger hunts on the cruise ships.
Oh, just wait till the treasure, sister.
I'm glad I'm not doing
500
that.
questions or so. Just
Woo!
non-stop
On a ship that
scavenger
nobody's
hunting.
seen before.
That's the beauty of it.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So I've got the retreat. It's 8 people. By the way, there are only 2 spots left for the retreat. Craigle's at the next retreat. Cassie Tucker, we will have our Craigle discussion this coming weekend. I'm going on a Craigle research trip.
Hi, Cassie.
So,
We have a lot to
there's
talk about,
2
Cassie.
spots left. And today I decided I extended or re-extended the super duper, I don't know what I call it, some sort of early bird special where you're saving $200 off the price. If you're interested, if you have any questions, reach out to me. Do you miss 8 Degree Jersey? No, I don't.
It's a little chilly here, though.
I love this. This is perfect for me.
I'm in long sleeves.
I almost grabbed my thing, but I was running late and didn't have time to go. This is perfect cruise weather for me.
Yeah, me too.
Like I
love
liked
it.
it. It's a little chilly out. It was a little rainy. I was like,
We haven't had that, oh my gosh, I'm sweaty, and it's really,
like I'm in
really
jeans
nice.
and I dig it. And there's a casino here. Let's not talk about how long I was at the poker table.
I was going to
last
ask.
night.
You didn't say when you I left him at the poker table in the casino, and I said, "All right, I'm going to bed. I'm
Playing
hanging it up."
poker is like you will understand this because you're a nerd. Playing poker is like playing video games.
Yeah.
The space-time continuum warps around what you're doing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a very quick story. Eons ago, I used to love. We lived in New Jersey. I used to love going to Las Vegas. I'd go to Atlantic City, and I was at a conference in Las Vegas that's unfortunately not there anymore. And I'm playing poker for a few hours, wherever. You become very friendly at the poker table with the people who are there, unless they're jerks. So the guy next to me goes, "Hey man, you want to order some breakfast?" Breakfast. It's like, what are you talking about? I was like, it's like 11:30. He goes, "Dude, it's 5:45 in the morning." I'm like, because there's no windows
outside.
and there's no clocks.
Right.
And I'm like, I tried to stand up and I couldn't. And I was like, oh yeah, it's almost.
Did you
6
win?
o'clock. It's not really whether you win or lose, Becky.
Good
I had
enough.
last night was a good night. I was very proud of myself last night because 1, I had a great time. 2, I was able to I'm a very bad relaxer. I was able to almost relax for a little while.
What we've learned over time, we learned this at the ABD in Wyoming. Poker relaxes him.
It does.
We all sat and played poker. It was great when you lost to me that one hand, and I loved it because then you had to be the dealer all the time.
Cheater. Compulsive cheater.
But I do the same thing because I don't play poker, but I play video poker. So
You were at the all-male review. What are you talking about?
there's no all-male review.
Was there
Stop.
not
There was,
a
well, okay. That was
very different than a Disney cruise?
thankfully it's a little bit different, little bit more fun and adult. But this has been a really good experience, and I knew that I was onto something when Izumi Sushi took over half of the area.
Yeah.
In Central Park. So it's really cool. They have a sushi area, then they have a teppanyaki, and they have an omakase. So I couldn't lose. And then what we did tonight.
Becky knows the way. She's like,
Just
listen,
give him
Marcella.
sushi. Just find this sushi place.
No,
Sit him down at the sushi place.
The sushi was great. Then we went to the taco bar yesterday. But we went to the taco bar. It was like a pre-meal meal. Like we're trying to pace ourselves in because we have scheduled dinners.
Yeah.
So, but I'm like, but I want to try the taco bar. So we have a mini meal before the big meal. And then I may or may not. I literally the first night I snuck out of my not that Becky's room is anywhere close to mine. I'm here. Becky's Becky. I felt like I was sneaking out of my room to go downstairs to the promenade lounge thingy and get. I was like, I just want a tea.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went down for a tea, and they came back with
Oatmeal
Thai
cookies?
pasta salad, oatmeal cookies, and an egg salad sandwich. So
those little grab and goes are really cool, so that you can just grab a snack if you want a snack. But tonight's dinner, that was cool.
where were we tonight?
Seriously?
Tonight, it wasn't a dinner. Tonight was like it was very Disney-esque.
It was
very Disney-esque. It was an experience. Because you go into, behind these doors into like a train car, and you feel like, I don't mean that lame Harry Potter thing with the bad screens at Universal. I mean like a real train car, like an elegant train car with very vibrant screens, and almost like you're looking outside. And you have a multi-course meal that's themed around this sort of like Wild West adventure. The food was delicious. It was very entertaining. Becky got sauced, which is always fun to watch.
On my root beer. Just, I just can't handle my root beer.
Grace Corba you should chat. Grace is from this amazing travel agency, MEIM Mousefed Travel. I love Grace Corba. I want to make the thing happen.
I can't do it.
No.
I can't.
Stop, you're ruining my heart thing.
Sorry.
I'm trying to give Grace the heart, whatever. It's not working.
It looks like
It's
you're
fine.
doing it late.
But it was super cool, and it was an intimate experience. There was only 8 tables in the train car, and it vibrates. It really felt like a Disney type experience. And I loved seeing, because this ship is it has the same layout as the Oasis, but it's definitely, it's a newer ship, but it's definitely leveled up from the Oasis. It feels like a much
The Oasis
different
was
experience.
like 2012 or something, and this is the newest of the Oasis class, and there's still another brand new Oasis class that's coming down the pike.
And the casino isn't all smoky.
No,
Which
I was
fun.
really shocked, honestly, because I'm not a fan of a smoky casino, and walked in there and went, oh, they've upped their game in terms of ventilation. Now, if you go to the smoking side, you do get hit by the wall. If you stay on the non-smoking side, it's nice.
Lori says next time I go on the Utopia, the train dining goes, Lori, I have a spectacular idea. Follow me around the room with this, as my son likes to say. Momentum at Sea and L'Oreal Laveri come together for the same type of event. You learn, you network, we have food and fun, and we can do the choo-choo train. I'm working with my Mouse Fan travel advisor to do like a group thing in the choo-choo train room.
There's a lot of great
I love
ideas.
that you're trying new cruises and things. I have been begging Becky for years Becky, I just want to try a Royal. Can you bring me on a Celebrity? And she's like, peace out, blank in a certain non-Disney word here. And she's like, look at me from my...
Do you know how
what do you
long...
What do you call that room that you were in? The
solarium suite.
It's like, dude, look at my room. It has 6 levels and I'm 1 person.
It has 1 level.
Laura and
floor-to-ceiling
Sue
windows.
I've just sold 2 tickets to an event I haven't launched yet. Lori and Sue. We were talking about Lori and Sue tonight.
We were
talking about Lori and Sue
and Grace. Many of them, actually.
Yeah. In all good ways. In terms of Mouse Fan travel. I'm trying to say nice things about them. You didn't, so let me. Christine Boyle says, I'm going for sure. You know what, Christine? Flames from the side of my face. Christine's like, tell me when you have 1 spot left. Well, we have this. The Momentum at Sea is almost sold out at this point. So.
Oh, we can fit a lot of people. If you want to do a lot of people, we can do a lot of people.
All I know is somehow Christine Boyle convinced me of many things, including but not limited to a 1:30 in the morning Del Taco run.
Oh, smart girl.
Yeah.
It's like Egg McMuffin. We did not get the Egg
Becky is an
McMuffin.
early morning Egg McMuffin. Christine Boyle is a very late night Del
I love
Taco.
my Egg McMuffin.
And we were that close to Waffle House.
Oh, why would you do that to your friends? Friends don't let friends do Waffle House.
Please. Friends. We almost, at the retreat last year, that close to going to Waffle House, but Christine bailed. She's screaming.
Christine.
She's screaming on the other end.
He's lying right now,
Yes,
isn't he?
absolutely.
Okay, just I feel you, Christine. I understand how that goes. I don't know.
Yes.
Becky won't let me go on another cruise line.
Cassie
You know
Tucker
how
says,
long
was it worth
took
it?
me to
Is
get
this
him
worth it?
on a
Not
new
really.
cruise line?
Give me the microphone. Is this worth it? There's moments. Lunch was delicious. We had ramen today. We had a lot of sushi last night.
Yeah.
Um,
Izumi broke Lou for sushi.
no.
There was more sushi on the table, and he walked
No,
away
I
from
ate my-
sushi sitting on
I
the
ate
table.
my sushi. They were kind enough to bring us a little, like, amuse-bouche of sushi. And then Becky's like, I had 2 bites of the 6 things that I ordered. Why aren't you eating it, fatty? And I'm like, because I'm full.
He didn't exactly say it
And it was
that
like,
way.
It was like 2 hours before dinner. So, like, I'm human and I have feelings. And my feelings right now are that I'm woefully bursting out of my pants. So,
Wow.
yeah.
So yeah, we
Mike
broke
Beckley
him.
says everything good happens at Del Taco 1:30 a.m.
I have not experienced Del Taco at 1:30
Well,
a.m.
you
so
know what? There's a lot of
I
things.
cannot confirm nor deny.
There's a lot of places. There's a lot of things, Becky, you need to experience. You need to be like with the people.
Oh my gosh, are you seriously going down that road?
Because Del Taco at 1:30, it's you're with the real people. It's as real as it gets.
Wow.
So yeah, it's like Waffle House,
Wow.
also at 1:30 in the morning, scattered and smothered all day. Oh,
All
scattered and smothered. Coffee is still like 50 cents.
See, that was Denny's for me
They
on the
haven't
West
cleaned
Coast.
that grill in no less than 15 years.
Not
So it's
ever.
all, it's like... it's
Remind
like
me to tell you
baked
my
in there.
my
No,
Waffle
don't.
House story later, which made me
Yeah.
long. I
Amber
wouldn't do that to
Bramble,
anybody.
whose name
You love
just
her
love,
name.
I just love saying
Saying
it.
it.
Christine Wood says, she's totally lying. I was all in. I'm sure she's going to text me at any point
Oh,
now.
he's really good at that.
Having a rough January, well, that's what we're here for. So we are. This has nothing to do with... You know, at some point, WDW Radio the live shows just stopped being about... Actually, from the very first show,
But
it's not. It was never. This has never been about Disney World.
no, it's always been about having a conversation with them and
Right.
you and me. When I'm not here, I'm like, I'm
My God,
typing with
Becky.
purpose, trying to scream at him through text.
I literally have to go to the Urban Dictionary to find out some of the words that you use and the way that you describe things. I just
No, that's just me mistyping with fat fingers, and that's all that is.
Waffle. Mike Armstrong says Waffle House at 1:30 gets pretty real. Mouse Gears. I too did not realize that there was a Del Taco in. Christine Boyle is the one who introduced me to it. I'm like, that's not true. Del Taco is a coast thing. It is not. So
Okay.
it was an interesting journey. I'm happy I made the trip. But
So
Waffle
let's
House
get back to the lie about not letting you go on other cruise lines. I have
Right.
been
And so-
begging him
So
to
I'm
try
like, Becky,
something new forever.
Becky's like, I'm like, Becky, please take me with you so I can experience it, so I can talk about it. I have that idea for a show that I want to do. Remember
Oh,
when I came off the other ship and I'm
Yes.
like, I have this idea. You're like, wow, I finally had a good idea.
you had a good idea. Have we done it?
And then
No.
she's
Will we
like-
have it in like
'Cause I'm like, Becky,
2029 maybe?
Can you take me on the cruise with you? She's like, no, Lou, my cabin only sleeps 8 and I'm by myself, so I don't have room for anybody else. It's funny because it's true.
Because it's nowhere near true.
How many people does the Solarium Suite sleep?
8.
How many people
no,
other than
no.
you?
The Solarium Suite only sleeps 4. Only 4 in that suite. In the one I'm in right now, that sleeps 2.
No wonder
4.
why. No wonder
6.
why you haven't shown me
That one
her
holds.
suite.
We're gonna watch the show from the balcony tonight.
What? In my room.
Words. Use your words.
In my room. Every morning at 5 a.m. they're like, okay, Mr. Munchell, it's time to get up and help clean up because that's how you got this cabin. And then I go work for a few hours and then I can go to the buffet.
Buffet.
The buffet. Actually, I had breakfast here. This is Central
Cafe.
Park.
Yeah.
This is my favorite part of the ship.
Mine too.
Which is wild because like I have parks, like there's parks everywhere, but on a ship, like it's just so serene and peaceful. Other than the at one point today,
Like 1:00 today.
Yeah.
There was above us. It's open to the sky and the pool decks. You can hear what's going on.
Hold on, Tracy Cherry. Let's be
Hi, Tracy.
very clear. We do not share a room.
Oh God, no.
Top 6,000 reasons why. We will never, ever.
No.
I'm not even on the. I'm practically not even on the same ship as Becky. I'm so far away. Like Becky's.
No, that would be a lot of just wrong lunacy. We shared a room, a 2-bedroom villa. Deanna, you, me, and 2 other people. What?
You guys did. Nicholas and I were in a separate room.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your stupid 40-hour show idea.
Oh, that didn't count.
So all of us got a 2-bedroom villa and stayed in the villa.
Becky, are these great experiences a benefit of being a travel agent, or are you really a princess? I can answer that question for you. She's really a princess.
No. Well, no.
Right, because we did it. You got very mad at me. You're like, I am not a princess. I'm a queen. And we had the debate as to what.
I didn't say that.
No,
I own princess. I'll own that over queen because that's just.
Yeah, queen's way too much.
That's over the top. No, the one that the girls, because when your daughter turned 18, I promised her that I would take her on a trip. And I gave her the choice of the trip she wanted to go on. And she decided that it would be girls. So it would be Deanna, myself, and your daughter in a suite on board the Wish, right? Was it the Wish?
Correct.
Was the Wish. So the girls had a suite with a hot tub, and it was freaking fun. And he and Nicholas had a balcony stateroom, which you were just fine with.
I'm a simple man. I am a simple man.
No.
I need a bed. I don't sleep well at home. I sleep very well. There's something about, first of all, the beds here are very comfortable. And I love the pillows. Can I steal a pillow?
You need more?
Huh?
What? Oh,
Can I steal a pillow from here?
please don't.
No, they're great. They're like big and they're like me. They're like short and fluffy and huggable and comfy. Like I can relate to these pillows. Like
Sorry.
these pillows and I have the same sort of Baymax-like
That's
figure.
Thank you for putting that
You're
picture in my head.
My apologies, Queen Becky. You know, why is hitting me okay? I don't.
Because you punched me twice already.
I didn't. I went like this.
Well, that's okay. Halfway.
Amy, it's not raining now.
It was a little bit ago.
Yeah. It was raining when we first got out here. Today, but again, I kind of dug that.
It's cool out here. And when you come in from the sides, they do have umbrellas you can grab if you want to walk through the Central Park area. And all the plants are real. They're real living trees and grasses. And there's an area, see over here, that the plants go all the way up a wall and across the way. And it's chirping birds and just
there's
the
like
whole area is so
animal
wonderful.
sounds. It's like Pandora in Central Park.
Yeah. With Azumi sushi.
It's like right there.
And
We're so close.
Okay, see, this is the problem with doing a 4-day, is that we couldn't go to, 150 Central Park, which has, wait for it, fried cheesecake.
I'm not really a sweets guy. So, I'm not. Grace Corba
You know what I meant.
says, the shows in Utopia are some of my favorites on Royal. Have you seen them yet? Aqua 80s.
Aqua 80s 2 is on board Utopia, and that's what we're going to watch tonight.
Will there be snacks?
Snacks?
Yeah.
I'm sure we could get snacks and take them to the show.
So I will tell you, when the first night, you're like, let's go see the, what's it called? All In.
All in
show.
It's a variety.
You're like, yeah, I want to. So I
it's a
hear
jukebox.
variety show. I'm like,
It's a jukebox.
all right, it's like a cruise line variety show. It's going to be like with Grandma and Grandpa. It was actually really good. I was super impressed.
Drones.
It
It
had
had
drones.
drones. It was so cool.
Once I woke you up, I'm like, Becky, check this out. I was like, look how cool this is, and you were a little delirious or hungover, whatever it was. But I really enjoyed it. I was very pleasantly surprised.
So it's basically singers and dancers going through the different eras. So they did 70s and 80s and
Like 70s in Studio 54,
Yeah.
80s in Miami, 90s in like some sort of Burning Man type
yeah,
thing. But I dug it.
it's cool.
Yeah, it was a cool environment.
And then Aqua 80s 2 is their is their diving show, is the outdoor diving water show. And then what we haven't seen yet is the ice skating show.
So somebody, I don't know if she's here or not, somebody else was like, you got to go see the ice skating show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Got to go see the ice skating show. We'll do
and
that
she's
tomorrow.
like, no, like it's really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
We're seeing it tomorrow. Yes. You can judge for yourself. I love it. I love ice skating. I'm always, I can't even stand on my own 2 feet, let alone on ice skates. I mean,
I took ice skating lessons when I was a kid.
Did you stand up?
I was the Dorothy Hamill of Plainfield, New Jersey.
Is that like the grease tape? You just say that you actually did it and nobody can actually prove it?
No, Darby Okamoto has been around like forever.
Time.
And then we passed each other like 2 ships in the night in Little Tokyo in LA. And then he's like, oh, by the way, I just saw you as you walk. I'm like, why didn't you say hello before you texted me?
You should probably say hello. Oh,
yeah.
you saw a bunch. You said
Ruth Ann says it's really good too.
Which one? The ice skating show?
The ice skating show.
It's really cool.
Lisa's
It's a lot of fun.
She went on this couple. She's like, you have to see the ice skating show. I'm like, that sounds like you're trying to make. She's like,
would I lie to you?
yes,
Maybe.
yes.
Sometimes yes,
Yeah.
but not right
There
now.
are many
This is not the time.
20 lies that Becky has told me.
Wow.
You're lucky that you're not here in California. Yeah, I know, and that's hard. And congratulations on the special. The Hall of Fame thing, it's all of us. It is a
Okay, I'm stopping you
communal award.
I'm sorry.
And by the way, it is so heavy. They made me pick. We had to do rehearsals. He's like, listen, man, you have to. He made everybody do this, not just me because I'm tiny. He's like, listen, man, the award's really heavy. You need to practice holding it so you don't drop it.
Right. It's like an Academy Award. You have to.
It's like
hold
crystal.
it
It's like, yeah. And the point is like deadly. Like they literally have like a little foam thing on top of the point so you don't kill somebody.
Nice. So let's go back to that for a second, because we all know Mr. Humble here, who is always saying, and it's a wonderful thing, and we really appreciate that you include us in your success. But we do have to take a moment to acknowledge the fact that this was not a WDW Radio Award. This was
I stopped listening and I'm just reading comments.
This is a Lou Mangello Award. So while we appreciate you saying it's all of ours, take a moment, soak up the sun of the achievement that you have made. This is the hardest thing for him
I'm
ever
really
to
bad
do.
at that.
He's
It's like-
horrible at that, which is why we love you.
I'm really bad at that.
So I wanted to acknowledge that. And that's what I did in my post, because I know how you
posted
are.
something on Facebook?
Yes, I did. You never look. He never
Algorithm is
watches
so bad.
anything that I post.
I just blame the algorithm. That's fine.
I'm going to start. He did the algorithm, so I'm going to start texting him going, I posted
Corey
something.
Bassett, do not chime in.
You're right, Corey. I'm right. Cassie, you know I'm right. And you know I'm right. I want you
Angela
to
Batista,
just...
stop sucking
Becky's
up
right.
the pen.
Becky's right.
You command her to say that.
Did you see a command?
Yes,
Wrong.
Becky,
Anyway.
I know that the training thing, there's a lot of
Louis
there's a lot of
Mangello.
toothpicks on the eyelids to keep them awake, and he just Becky
No.
is always right.
Becky is always right.
See?
But
Becky is
you
always
need
right.
to understand that we want to acknowledge you for everything that you do and the community that you've built, that we're part of, and that we are connected to.
I'm wildly uncomfortable, by the way.
I know you're wild, which is why
Wildly.
I'm saying this now, because you guys can hear it, and hopefully you can back me up on
You have
this.
Angela so scared, she's going, she did not command.
Not scared at all. But just for a moment, congratulations to you for building this wonderful community that we are all so proud to be a part of. That's what I want to say. While you do want to share this with all of us, we appreciate it. However, we want to acknowledge what you have achieved and succeeded with.
What do you want? What do you want? There's clearly something you want. The real Becky would never, who are you and what have you done with Becky? The real Becky would never say that.
Anyway, but you all know I'm right. So, because Becky's what? What?
Corey says Angela blinked twice so that we know it's not under duress. Cassie says Cassie's saying something nice too. I don't want to read that out loud.
What did Cassie, what did you say?
You provide incredible content that makes people's lives and trips better. For 20 years, let us appreciate you. She wants to see the whiteboard. That must be it. She's like, if I suck up enough, I'll either see the whiteboard, he'll tell me about the other stuff that he's planning that I'm not planning on telling you,
say a thing.
or...
It took, again, you came up with this great idea in 2019, and we're finally ready to implement it in 2025. So
Stands alone. That's all right. My life is very different now than it was before I ever heard of Lou, and I truly mean that. I told you Stan Solo's nice, not just because he's Canadian.
Don't
but it
get me
helps.
started on that.
It does help.
All is fine. But you just need to accept the fact
What
that
did Lisa teach us at Momentum? Nothing. No. Sorry. She did a session on imposter syndrome.
yes, which
How do you know? I'm
because
coming this year. No, you're not.
you know I talked to
He built
people.
this place following a brand and
I am
continued
gonna
with integrity
crash
where many others have failed.
I'm told that
You know I have your phone?
yes, it's so far behind in the chat that it's not helping.
Because
So
it's an Android.
all right, I'm better now.
Anywho,
You missed me.
no, well,
Yeah, we haven't had the opportunity to travel together in so long.
oh, well,
That-
we're going to make up for it this year. We've got
Yes,
good God, help us and save us.
Oh, you just had to remind me of
Laura
that.
Laveri, Momentum at Sea with sushi is absolutely, like it almost should be in the title. Momentum at Sea with sushi should really be the official.
And again, we can buy out. This is why I love Royal Caribbean. They do such a great job with groups. We can buy out teppanyaki and have it just for us. We can buy out. Oh, wait! Oh,
Don't hit me.
wait!
Do not hit me.
I'm
woman.
not gonna hit you. You said that you had ice skating lessons when you were a
I
kid.
did.
We
I'm not ice skating.
we
Just
can buy out
calm
the ice skating and have a
down.
private ice skating session, and you can show us your talents.
Don't make me chloroform you again. I am not going to.
I think we should all get into ice skate. That'd be fantastic. On other ships.
I did in Disney once. Remember when Disney had ice skating?
Yeah. At Downtown Disney?
No.
Oh.
See,
they had
Becky,
ice-
Walt Disney World is a big place with lots of children. That's why you've never been there. But probably 8 to 10 years ago, maybe 7 years ago, somewhere that at Disney's Hollywood Studios, they had an ice skating rink. It was like Olaf's ice skating adventure, and you can ice skate
Where?
at the
I don't remember
studios.
it.
I know
Where
you
are the
don't.
studios?
Well, thanks for watching the videos that I made while I was ice skating. And I did
Algorithms.
not. I
They
did
don't-
not crash and embarrass myself. At
I
least
think
not
that'd be a
on
great
camera.
idea. But I mean, there's a ton of stuff that we can do as a group here. So we can buy out things. We can have lunch together.
Patrice Roberti, it's so nice to see you. I've never actually seen you, but she calls a voicemail all the time. She's very nice. Hopefully I'll meet you one day. Momentum ice skating party, my lawyers will never let that
Great.
happen.
Oh, it's easy.
The liability insurance on that is your responsibility.
They have all kinds of activities. You
The
can do
Zoomy
that.
buyout. Mike Beckman says Zoomy buyout. Mike doesn't even care about the momentum part. He's just here for the.
For the sushi. Hello. I think you could relate to that.
Liv says Darren and I got him on Pelican Plunge, so maybe we can get him on ice skates. Slow down over there, Meemkin. Like, I was just being
I have
courteous.
faith in you.
Like,
I have so much faith in you. Oh, we could actually also buy out the slides. We can have
Zach,
an
yes,
hour.
we are on
just
the
with the
Utopia of the
slides.
Seas. I'll go ice skating if you go on the zip line.
Oh, that's asking a lot.
Well, there you go.
That's asking. I'm
That-
make sure that somebody has this and you remember this, because I might actually take him up on that. I might. A few cocktails. And
That's exactly what they want. They want you to get pretty wrecked and then
Why not? Fun that way.
we'll get you to do that, and then you can judge the diaper dash games on Disney Cruise Line. So really just the places that you're most comfortable. Becky, don't freak out. Don't freak out. There's a child sitting next to you. Don't look, don't make eye contact. You'll turn them into stone. You'll turn them into just there's a stroller.
I still have zero idea
Okay,
where you
there she
came
goes.
up with this. What?
All right, she's leaving. You're good. You're good. And your child is safe, ma'am. Just get out while you can.
I don't know what to do with this guy.
Somebody said buy out the flow rider. Oh,
Yeah, you can.
That'll be an attractive look for me. Whew. This guy in a bathing suit falling on his face in the water.
We can buy out the flow rider.
Sign me not up.
There's anything on this ship, we could pretty much do it as a group.
Izumi is a good buyout. If they would do the choo-choo train, would be a good buyout.
Ice skating.
If we could sort of reserve the poker table for like a WDW Radio poker tournament.
So,
whew, now you're talking.
So, that is
actually
actually...
says protect the child.
I have no idea. You started this.
Listen, you hear the kids screaming? Listen, let me aim the microphone this way.
You started this whole thing.
When am I planning this cruise? It will be in 2026. We may have a date.
Yeah.
We might be locking the date in pretty soon.
I'm going to say it's a yes.
With the Flow Rider, I may actually get a viral video if I post that. I'm going to confiscate everyone on the ship's phones if I was ever to do the Flow Rider. You'll have to put them in those white sealed bags like you're going into a J-Lo concert.
Oh, there's also laser tag.
I would do laser tag? Because I'm like Woody the Wabbit. I'm like small, like bob and weave. You can't like...
Woody the Wabbit?
You don't know what Woody the Wabbit from?
No.
Woody the Wabbit. Woody the Wabbit. What is Woody the Wabbit from? You're small, you're fast, like Woody the Wabbit. Woody the Wabbit.
Woody the Wabbit.
The first person that gets it, I will...
He had a sarsaparilla old fashioned. It's showing.
It has nothing to do with the sarsaparilla old fashioned.
Woody the Rabbit.
Mike Beckerman says, don't threaten me with a good time at poker. Mike Beckerman, poker is always a good time.
And those...
Rich Watts just put his vacation request in for 2026.
So is this all of a sudden becoming a... You can come for momentum or just to hang out?
No, you have to, this has to be a momentum cruise. Jeff got it. Jeff Ganley got it. It's from Meatballs.
It's been a long time since I saw that.
Woody Rabbit.
Sorry. I'll watch Meatballs after I watch Lost.
Jeff, you'll get this. When they were playing, they were sort of playing poker, but when Bill Murray and Woody were playing like cards, right? Because Woody, poor little Rudy, not a little socially awkward, like. Never mind. What were they playing for? What was their sort of monetary equivalent that they were playing for?
M&M's. I don't know.
No, but now I need more black licorice, though.
We can do that.
Peanuts. Next time we play for zucchini. Next time we up the stakes, we play for zucchini. You've never seen Meatballs?
I have, but it clearly didn't make a good impression.
Oh my God.
Great impression on my brain.
Yeah. See, wait, somebody else just got it. No. Howie Herman IV got it.
Okay, congratulations.
See, next time we play for zucchini.
Welcome to the movie nerd club.
I think Meatballs still holds up. By the way, if you like 80s movies, you have to go to the VHS Club podcast with my friend Katie Fox.
See, stop.
I was on it. Becky didn't listen, where we talked about Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
He doesn't tell me that he's on these other podcasts. Say, hey, my friend has a great podcast. I'm going to be on it. Here's the link. I would love that if I knew. If you would just, I don't know, communicate and say, I'm doing this cool thing. Come watch. Much like I'm getting a podcast inducted into the Hall of Fame award.
I can't come on a ship, blah, 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 blah,
and I'd already booked being on here, and I would have canceled and gone to be there, but somebody didn't tell me about
all of Deck 17 for myself, and I can't be there. I just want a free roam of the entire deck. I'm sorry, ma'am. Your child cannot come on Deck 17. We're just trying to get up to the Flow Rider. You'll have to go around and use the elevator. Ms. Mankin does not allow.
That's that's called deflection. Deflection from the point that you didn't tell me about these things. Anyway, when he talked about starting a new podcast, I thought you were going to do the 80s love of all things movie nerdness.
I would love to.
Why don't you? That would be a much.
Now you're asking why don't I?
But that would be really fun.
I just don't have. I don't have the bandwidth for what I'm doing now, let alone
what you said.
Adding on the podcast and another course And the other thing I'm working on, like...
Delegate. There's this thing called delegation. Right, Cassie?
Don't write Cassie me! Or write Cassie.
Good times had by all.
Sheldon says, good evening. It's been a while since I've been able to attend working. What happened to top 10 episodes with little Timmy Foster? Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Little Timmy's coming back. Listen,
He's still in
you
jail.
you can't record in prison. I'm not.
I know, that's why he doesn't show up to anything.
That's all I'm saying.
He's,
Kira says, I'm so excited for the new podcast. It's going to be amazing. I hope you're... Cassie, don't no comment me, sister. You know what? I have to go. I'm going to Azumi. They have Azumi in the park. It's a walk-up window. It's a... We could literally be eating sushi right here, right now. That's a not so subtle hint that you clearly are not picking.
No, because we just had dinner and you were like, I'm so full, I'm so fat, I can't eat anything more. And then now you want...
No, I said I'm so full. You said you're so fat.
I did not.
Which is why
I would never say that
I rolled
to you.
out of my chair. Got
I
him.
would never say... And now it's like, go get me sushi because I'm hungry again.
Michelle Carter, this is Becky's living room. This is Becky's living room at her house.
No.
Also known as the Utopia of the Seas, somewhere in the middle of the not so warm Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, we're somewhere between... We're around Nassau.
We're somewhere between here and here on the map. I don't know.
So what I can't wait for, like, Grace...
They changed our itinerary.
Yes.
We did Cuckoo Key the first...
What?
We did Cuckoo Key the first day.
Cocoa Key. Cocoa. Perfect day at Cocoa Cay. We did that the first day, which is supposed to be tomorrow.
You know it drives me up a wall, right?
Key versus K.
It's just
to make it rhyme. But it works. So people call it perfect day. So it's a perfect day.
But they could have said Key and found other things.
Yeah. Wow.
A fun day at sea at Cocoa Key. Like, I mean, it's not that much of a stretch to find something that rhymes with Key. Like with somebody in the meeting go, there's just nothing that rhymes with K. You know, let's just call it K, and we can find lots of stuff.
When you hand them a bone, it's hard to get it back. Anyway, so Grace, Sue, all of you who know Icon, gonna get him on Icon next.
I'm right. Just make it happen. Book. Go on your little. That doesn't go on the internet.
No, what normally happens is, but I'm so busy. I'm speaking here. I'm sleeping here. I have my thinking hoodie on for this week.
How many days? Let's just. It's now January 15th. What is it? The 22nd? What is today's date? The 21st. Yeah. How many days in January have you been in your house versus been on a cruise? Go. We'll wait. It's fine. Come on.
A lot of it was at Marathon.
No.
Had me at Marathon with
How
you.
many days
to
have
cheer
you
people.
been either in a Disney park or on some sort of cruise, luxury, penthouse vessel? The defense rests. Thank you very much.
Had to come here for Marathon, which is important to cheer on the runners. Did that.
Angela says she has to get an Icon herself.
Icon is
Why don't we
amazing.
do like a little, like me and some of the Mouse fan agents will get on there, we'll like mastermind, we'll like do good stuff, it'll be like a business thing and a fun thing and
yeah, I'll do it.
Book it. Let's go.
You heard him. Your schedule is as crazy as mine.
Let's freaking go. Wolverine impression.
That's a new one. You can remember that. Okay. Icon. So we will do Icon. I also need to get you on Celebrity on a Edge class series.
I'm right here.
Your schedule is as bad as mine.
Nah.
Schedule is as bad as mine.
All the Mouse Fan travel advisors are like, yeah, I got you, Mouse Fan advisor. Let's go.
So we'll do a MEI Momentum crossover on Icon.
I'll send you a proposal. I mean, if I have to work on it, that's a whole different ballgame.
You're the one that just suggested
Well.
it. What? You got all them excited.
Right.
So,
I think it's a pretty darn good pitch. Like,
all right.
it's almost like Catholic Italian guilt, but for like you.
I have an
It's
idea. I have a great idea. Right.
I know
we're
Grace
gonna
loves
talk about this.
Grace loves Celebrity, right? Isn't she?
Yeah. Celebrity is
amazing.
amazing. Celebrity is the Edge class series is my favorite class of ship, besides Icon. And Icon is just so well built and so fun and so many things to do. The Edge class series for Celebrity is some of the most amazing food for the general brand cruise lines, and it's sophisticated, and it has that projection. It has the La Petite Chef.
You lost me at sophisticated. That's
La
what-
Petite Chef. The little teeny chef. The little teeny petite chef that runs around your plate and builds.
Stop it, you're making it weird, man.
It's a lot of fun.
Grace says the food and service is incredible. It's
Yep.
not that I don't believe you, Grace, but I think I need to see it for myself.
And we will make that happen. So it depends, do we take the agents to, and if you're an agent out there and you want to become one, just to go on, please contact us. Do we do it on Icon or do we do it
Honey,
on Celebrity?
I'm going to become a mouse fan agent because I just want to like go cruising and stuff.
Well, you
And
have to
sounds
earn
like,
it.
Sounds like all Lou does is just go and eat all the time. So that sounds like a pretty good deal.
That's pretty true, actually.
I would love to go to Alaska with the Batistas. Her kids are like my favorites.
You do know that we have a group that's going on Celebrity Edge round trip Seattle,
When is that?
July.
I have 16 ABDs back to back. I got to do it.
Who?
I don't know how.
does it?
How did you
I have
convince me to
to.
do that? How did you convince me? Like our Adventures by
Because-
Disney at Disneyland sold out pretty quickly.
It sold
and
out in a day.
So-
It sold out in a day, and we had a wait list of 30 some odd people that wanted to go.
But why'd I say so? I mean, I'm happy that we're doing it.
Yes.
And I can't. But why'd I say yes so quickly?
Because we had 30 some odd people on wait list that wanted to go.
Because that's what Becky does. I need to know right now.
Yeah.
Just so you know, Louis, I need to book something like 7 years out, but I need to know right now. Like we need to make a decision right this
Because
second.
we have to,
Because I'm just telling you about it
we
now.
have to put it
but I
on
also
the
need
calendar, which is why we have to start talking about 2027.
You're trying to kill me.
Yeah.
You're literally trying to murder me.
In
This
the
is
best
why,
way.
This is why I can't relax. I don't have time to relax.
That's not my fault.
Clearly, it is.
It's not all my fault. I'm going to have 47 podcasts
Is
next
Palo
week.
Brunch the same as on the Treasure as the other ships? AKA, is it worthwhile? Those are two separate questions.
There's definitely two separate ones.
Yes, it's worthwhile, but it is different.
Different.
And it's also different now than it used to be.
No.
Pre-COVID Palo versus post-COVID Palo.
Two different animals.
Let's have a moment of silence
Yeah.
for Palo.
I
Let's
mean-
have a moment of silence for the Palo carousel of food that was in the middle,
Yeah,
and the
the
wheel
buffet.
of cheese.
The wheel of cheese. Which now you do get if you go to Enchanté. We did Enchanté. It was good. I liked it. Good celebration.
Don't get the pigeon. That's all I'm going to
Don't
say.
get the pigeon.
Do not.
The
I-
pigeon
we
wasn't available when
Yeah,
on Treasure.
I know why.
You're the one's like, bring it on! I'll try
No,
anything once.
we went to Enchanté,
Uh-huh.
right? And it's a very upscale experience,
Mhm.
very different than Palo.
It's like
right?
a B&A. It's like-
right.
Yeah.
It's listen. I'm more of a grab a couple of Sammys at the Park Cafe than I am the super foofy. But in the interest of
Foofy?
research, foofy. Look it up.
Foofy.
In the interest of research, we said let's go. So Chef Blanc, whatever his name is, like lays out a menu. So I figure for something like that, it's I will have as the chef recommends. It's
And
like
I
omakase.
saw filet mignon, and I'm like, I'm getting the filet.
And the chef recommended les pigeons. So I'm like, all right,
No,
bro.
No,
garçon,
remember,
make
there
it happen.
there were two different menus. You could pick the one that had
Right.
the pigeon, or you could pick the one that had the
Right.
beef.
So
and I
there
went
was
beef.
like, right. So
You were like, let me have the fine feather friend that was probably at my feet wanting stuff.
you know what it
yesterday.
tasted like?
chicken?
It tasted like pigeon, and I left, and I literally left, and I ate the pigeon's cousin, known as chicken tenders, because I was so hungry when I was done. I didn't love it.
Yeah.
I did not love the pigeon, and that's just not my vibe. Palo, it's a little more casual.
Yeah.
We usually spend like 4 hours or so when we do Palo, because we do breakfast, and then we sort of graduate into brunch, and then we have a little extra nosh.
In a way, and I love the way Disney does the rotational dining, because you do get variety. But one thing I do really enjoy about Royal is that you have so many different restaurants to choose from. You can still go to main dining, it's all included if you want to do that. But you have choices between an upscale restaurant, a sushi restaurant,
the choo-choo train,
the Italian restaurant. I mean, there's a ton of different choices. So you can choose to indulge or not. But it's not just an upscale restaurant and one other to choose from. So I like the options. It's nice.
Why am I getting the bird guilt now?
That you ate a pigeon?
Yeah.
It's kind of disgusting.
Like, I went out and found the pigeon in Central Park, and I'm like, would you mind cooking this for me? Just, saute it up. It was on the menu. Clearly was not a fan favorite, so.
No, I remember that. But when we did Remy...
A choo-choo train sounds like my kind of place, says Mary T. Wells.
It was so cool.
Yeah.
You do feel like the first time that I was on the railway experience, I thought Disney should have done this.
Wait,
what?
How about just the Park Cafe? I understand those words.
Yep.
For a great Kummelweck sandwich.
Yes.
What the heck is a Kummelweck sandwich?
Roast beef. It's their roast beef sandwich. It's in there at lunch, so it's a snack. So tomorrow we'll go in there and we can have one of those. It's really good.
Is there a guy playing piano or some music pipe? No, there's a dude, right?
Yeah.
That guy, right there, playing the piano.
And sometimes it's a trio.
Actually, I have not had tenders on this cruise.
Because there's so much other stuff here to eat that you didn't have to fall back on tenders yet.
They don't. Let me think.
There's tenders.
But the only place to get them is room service.
No.
Right now.
There's some at the buffet at Windermere.
Yeah, but that's like
Thanks, Matt.
dinner. That's like a sit-down dinnery thing. But
No,
if I just
you can just go up and grab some chicken tenders on a plate and take it to your room. You could do that. Bye. Oh, you still have your train ticket.
Oh, I do have my train ticket. My choo-choo ticket.
You get a ticket.
Get a little. This is a really low seat, by the way.
Yeah, I know, it's hilarious.
Wait.
You were like, Lou has a booster seat coming.
That's much better.
That is definitely better.
And my hiney feels much more comfortable than it did before.
Do you need another one?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you get this like little Yeah, you get this like cool little choo-choo train ticket.
You have to present when you get there.
And the theme
so
of this
well
obviously
done.
was Wild Wild West.
Yep.
Starring who? Who did the movie Wild Wild West star?
Will what's his face?
Will what?
Yeah, Will what's his face?
Not Will Wheaton. What's his name?
Will Wheaton. Smith.
Right. And who else was in? Who else was in Wild Wild West?
Another guy. I hated
Kevin
that
Kline.
movie. The movie was horrible. I did not like it.
So, what movie did Will Smith give up starring in to star in Wild Wild West because he thought the other one was going to suck?
And it probably made millions. What was it?
What movie? What movie?
I don't know.
I'm not asking you because you. Yeah. What movie? Karen St. Pierre, have a great night. What movie did Will Smith turn down in order to star in Wild Wild West? Get off the Googles. Thomas Swan got it. It's The Matrix. He thought The Matrix was.
I'm glad he turned it down because he wouldn't have been good at it.
I agree. At least the first Matrix, and then the nonsense that followed, whatever.
Some of the other ones were fine. They were great, but they were fine.
They were not
fine. They were fine.
Let me teach you something.
Oh boy, what am I going to learn today?
If somebody says, it's fine, it's not fine. Like, if your girlfriend, if your wife is like, no, go ahead, it's fine. It's not fine. It is the opposite of fine.
True.
Don't do it. It's not fine. That's like me saying, you do what you think is right.
Oh, I hate it when you do that.
I know.
That is the second only two. We have plenty of time. We're like in front of
you can't distinguish between right and wrong. But it's
Deadpool words.
Don't say
I just
don't say anything else but fine. Anything
Flarkin.
but fine. What?
I said flarkin. It's
little
on
YouTube
Marvel.
captions are gonna not.
Are we captioning?
It auto captions.
That'd be a fun experiment. Let me see if I can try some words.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah. Fun times.
Yeah.
So anyway, so what else do you want to do besides the Icon? What you got to do? Well, probably Star, because Star is Icon's sister. It's going to be a 7-night going out of Port Canaveral. So you don't have to. But you like to get on Brightline too.
God, I love Brightline.
I do too.
I have no financial stake in Brightline, although I should.
It's so nice.
Becky Word, love Brightline.
Yeah.
It is the first of all, even like booking your ticket is super simple, but getting to Port Canaveral, getting to MCO, like parking there. I don't want to tell you about the secret parking places you can go. The terminal is empty. It takes 5 minutes is an exaggeration of how short amount of time it takes to go up, drop off your bag. Going through security is like walking through a turnstile. And then there's like this like little lounge area you can hang out. The ride is so pleasant. You can do work. There's Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi?
Oh. What?
Have you not seen
Wi-Fi?
Wreck-It Ralph either?
Yes.
Wi-Fi.
It goes in one brain and out the other. It's just-
Yeah. Well, okay.
There's too much having to like spin up here, and I don't remember everything like you.
What's the best activity on the cruise other than eating? I have no idea because it's the only thing I've done. And you know what? I wear that badge proudly.
I bet you do.
Okay, that's a lie. That's an exaggeration. I've also played poker.
So for you, playing poker, that's important.
But there's a
like
ton of stuff to do.
There's trivia. There's.
I wanted to go. There was a Disney music trivia.
Yes.
You said I wasn't allowed to go to that.
You would have lost.
And then there was another. There was some other trivia I wanted to go to.
There's a bunch of trivia.
Yeah, there was like an 80s trivia or a. I can't look on my phone, but
they have a ton of different.
Tomorrow
activities.
maybe I'll try something.
Okay.
But I'm productive on this ship, which is good because
You know what I love?
let me explain.
More than
I don't
anything-
hate the holidays, but I hate the holiday season from a productivity standpoint.
Yeah, because nobody gets anything done.
Before Thanksgiving until like January 7th, it's useless, and there's so much like loss of time and loss of momentum.
That's when you're supposed to relax.
To quote the famous whatever her name, I don't know what her name is. Ain't nobody got time for that. I don't have time for that nonsense, Becky. The Earth still spins, and I got stuff to do.
So basically, from when you say December, what? December
it's more like
23rd?
November, like November.
From
15th,
Thanksgiving
17th.
to New Year's Day is what you're saying, right?
Until after New Year's Day, because then people are like, oh, you have to like get back.
So what you need is a perpetual poker tournament. Go to Vegas.
I think Terry Simpson Dory said, "Is there karaoke?" There's an entire karaoke
lounge.
bar.
There's all for karaoke, and they have private booths too that you can rent if you
Like
don't want to be.
Japan.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a private karaoke booth.
We can do
It's called My
that.
Car.
We can do that as a group. We can do karaoke as a group.
The cruise is now officially canceled. I am not.
Some of us can sing. You should try. So when we did Japan, the Japan ABD last time.
By the way,
a bunch of us went
By the way,
to what?
We have one spot. And by spot it's a double.
Yep.
But one spot.
It could be a single, a double, or a triple. We have one room that can be used as a single, double, or triple, and then that's it.
And if you're a dude who would like to go, but you're solo and like, I think I can convince another dude, a very close friend of mine who's an awesome guy, not creepy at all, to go too. So
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it is a life-changing.
And this will be the last time we do this one.
I mean, for a year or so.
Not Japan. We're not going to redo Japan for quite some time.
Speaking of Japan, no, I'm not ready. I can't.
Are you sure?
Not yet. Not
Are
yet.
you sure?
I'll wait until I can.
Really
splash
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This week I have not one, but two announcements to make. I do. I haven't said anything about the other one either. No.
What other one?
Do you pay attention to anything that we talk about?
No, you mean, I think I know what you mean. I know the other one that we were just talking about that you weren't going to say because you can't and you need to splash it. But the other one is...
The other thing that's like that thing, but...
Oh, that thing! The other thing that's like that thing, but it's another thing.
Oh,
I get it.
this
I didn't know that you
this
hadn't
is why
talked
Daddy
about that one
drinks.
yet.
This is why
Wow.
Good
Yeah,
Lord.
sorry.
Yeah. Our scholarship's available for the Japan ABD.
It's the funny thing is and we did this, and yeah, it's not cheap, but it's not cheap to go to Japan, right? And we priced it with two other suppliers just to see and make sure that we were doing the best choice, because at MEI we have access to a lot of different suppliers, a lot of different specialties, and many of them specialize in Japan. So we did some comparison, and ABD is right on point. If you did all the things you do with ABD, that's
I
what
don't know
you're
if I
going
ever
to pay.
told you this. It's not that I didn't believe you, but I didn't believe you.
You did
And
it
I'm
yourself,
like,
didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
I priced it out myself,
Yeah.
and I contacted like other. And I'm like, I'm going to impress Becky. I'm going to show her that I was proactive, and I contracted, and it was like $500 difference.
Yeah, it's usually anywhere between 100 to 500.
And there's something, and this is not like I want you to go because I want you to go. Like
but we do
there's
want you to go
something
with
about
us.
what the way Disney does things.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. You get it when you go to the parks. Adventures by Disney is sort of magnified exponentially, and they take a special experience and they make it remarkable. And we were saying too, like there's other places that we're going to announce that we want to go that I would not go were it not for
Without
Adventures by
them.
Disney.
Yes.
Like China was one of those places I probably never would have gone to China without it. But it's not just the safety and security, but getting that little extra layer of Disney magic and doing things that you could not do otherwise.
Right, and one of the things...
Wait, I'm not done. MasterMindTravel.com. Let's take recent events.
Yeah.
We went to Italy. And if you've ever been to Italy and you've ever gone to the Vatican, you know it's it can get, as Becky likes to say, a little peoply. If you ever went to the Sistine Chapel, it's like, imagine a line for the Figment popcorn bucket that's just 24 hours a day.
Or imagine if you ever did Osborne Lights on a Friday night and everybody's like this, trying to like work your way through Osborne Lights.
Now, imagine if you walk into the Vatican and it's just you. It's just you. Like you and 28 of our people in our community. And you go into the Sistine Chapel. I'm Catholic and Italian. It's a big deal for me. You walk into one of the holiest places on the planet, and it's just you. And it's your Disney guides, and I get choked up when I say, giving you this private, intimate, personal tour that you just can't get anywhere else. Even China. You know what my favorite part of China was?
What?
Not just the... Oh, you're good. Yeah, you're fine.
I can see it?
Yeah, of course. If you don't mind us talking, of course. When we went to Beijing, and this either wasn't on the itinerary or I just overlooked it because I was looking at the menus. When they took us to that family's home, literally brought us into this family's home, we sat in this woman's living room as she taught us how to make this Chinese food. And like her granddaughter came home and it was like sitting next to me, like doing her homework. I'm like, this is incredible.
Well, what they do so much better than many others is they all can go to the same places. They can all visit these locations. But what ABD does better than anybody else is tell the story. They actually introduce you to people who live there, which was that. You get to know the locations and the food, but you get to know the people on an intimate level. You're with them in their homes, in their work. You talk to them. You get the story behind.
You get
the
experiences that you just can't buy.
Yeah.
Hannah, I'm not saying that we are going to Egypt. I'm also not saying that we're not going to Egypt. Can we get Susanna Hoffs to come to Egypt with us? That would be like my dream come true.
As long as everything stays stable there, and that's the one thing, we will never go there if there's Disney will never go there if there's going to be an issue or a problem.
Mike Beckerman brought up seeing the Crown Jewels again.
Oh yeah,
just us before
it opened.
Before all of England was lined up outside, we went in and saw the Crown Jewels, just us, and had as much time because normally you're literally on a conveyor belt like a sushi restaurant. You're on a conveyor belt moving past them. We were just able to stop and just watch and talk and
it's worth it, and we've done a lot of adjusting in their prices to,
and the memories that you will. I will.
Ask anybody who's been on one of them, they will immediately tell you.
And the guides. I mean, we sort of have, we have guides that we've worked with in the past who are like part of the. I mean, not to name names, but like Dusty is like part of the WDW Radio family, and he's so good at what he does, and he knows us, and he knows, and the snacks, just go for the snacks.
The Cheetos in Japan, we're told if I don't get those dang Cheetos.
Oh my God!
If I don't get the dang Cheetos,
I can't explain to you. Look at me, and the words are coming out. Just people here. I'm sorry about my grandma. He's laughing at you. My mother's crazy. I just forgot what I was going to say.
I know, it's awesome.
It was about. I was trying to make a point about Japan, but you've ruined it.
Oh, Japan. Go back to Japan.
Forget it.
Anyway, one spot left.
Mike Beckerman said, "I will never not an ABD. I will never not." What is he saying? Mike Beckerman will never not do an ABD overseas again. Sue Passover says, I literally just did a private viewing of the Crown Jewels for a family alone, and for one family it cost £6,000 for 30 minutes. The access ABD gets is phenomenal. Yeah. Can the ABD do an Italian hoagie shop tour of South Philly? Oh man. First of all, we don't say the P word around here because we're Giants fans.
I don't know why. Why do you stick with
Give me this. Give me that microphone. Go away. Why? Because I'm loyal, in case you haven't realized.
I'm getting the stare. Wow. I had no idea that the football stare would...
The Saquon thing still hurts. The wound still cuts deep.
How many years have you been...
I hope they get smoked. I hope the Commanders smoke them so bad it's not even funny. I hope it's an embarrassing loss.
I'm a Seahawks fan, and we've gone to the Super Bowl twice, won once. That's all we get.
Whatever.
So,
Mike Armstrong said London, Paris is our first ABD, and it was amazing. And wait, if you can't come to Japan, we still have room on our. Talk about amazing. I know this is not meant to sound like a commercial.
SoCal is.
But we're talking about we're on a massive cruise ship.
Yeah.
But river cruising.
Oh. Another thing.
Girl.
It took me for. Wow.
There is nothing like river cruising.
That took me how long to convince you that a river cruise would be great? And then now it's like, oh my God, river cruising is awesome, because river cruising is awesome. And it is. It's a unique experience. And we're doing it again. Round trip Paris, seeing the Normandy beaches, revisiting history.
But we're doing
it's
like
amazing.
3 mini trips into like individual trips, or like one. So we're doing like what's called an ABD escape, which is actually like a nice way to dip your toe in the ABD waters.
Yeah.
We're doing like a pre-river cruise ABD in Paris. Mm-hmm. And then after the ABD, I mean, we're in Paris.
We're in Paris.
Disneyland is right there.
there.
How do you not go? I mean, we're going. So how do you not go? You can't. You have to go. You have to go.
I guess I have to work on that one. I haven't.
Disneyland Paris. I think I can say this. Yes.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to put my glasses on for effect. Disneyland Paris is the most beautiful of the Magic Kingdom parks.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
The castle is
The castle
my
is
favorite
cool.
castle. And it has a dragon.
Phantom Manor. Yeah. Walt.
Tokyo Disney Sea. We're going to be in Tokyo Disney Sea again. How many times are we going to eat at the same restaurant that we keep going back to because it's so good?
You know what, Becky?
How much popcorn are you going to eat this time?
And I have one of my all-time favorite dining experiences. Was not part of an ABD. It was not on any itinerary. So outside of Tokyo Disneyland, oh my God! The name just jumped out of my head. There's basically it's like an outdoor mall.
It's like a downtown Disney-ish
thing. Arash. I don't want to butcher the name, but we were walking around looking for a place to eat. Becky wanted to go to the Fridays.
I did not. I just wanted a cocktail from the Fridays because it had
Becky wanted to go to the Fridays
for a cocktail.
But there was a little Edo-style sushi. Edo-style sushi basically means you get like a little menu, and you just tick off the things that you want. But you walk in, and you take your little shoes off, and you walk on the tatami mats, and you sit like in the sunken thing, and it was such an authentically
you take your shoes off before you
Japanese
go in.
experience, and the people and the sushi was so. You even said, "I don't know that I've ever seen you as happy as you were."
I've never seen you as happy at any time in the 18 plus years that I've known you. That was your happy place.
You know what? I don't need a lot. I don't.
Just
sushi. But man, you give me give me a nice piece of tuna. I mean, it's in Japan, but it's fine. That was it.
Yeah.
I was just like, this. Yeah.
Yeah. That was good.
I'm pretty much convinced that there's sushi in heaven, because that's as close as I've ever felt on the planet. Phantom Manor, and Phantom Manor. Nothing beats it, says Mike Beckerman.
So much fun. It's so much fun to experience these attractions that are nowhere, not in the U.S., so you don't have the opportunity to do them.
Do you know what makes them better?
What?
Being able to do it together.
Yeah,
being able to do it with friends.
That's the biggest point.
And then if you're
about
well, wait a minute, I don't know these. I don't know who else is going to be on the ABDs or on the cruise. You have something. It's not me, but you have the community in common. You
just did it again.
We say this every time. I'm like, Becky, we caught lightning in a bottle. This group is amazing. And every group after has been equally as amazing. Even the one Beckerman was on. They were all. I kid because I love. They're all incredible, and it's just it's a testament to community, which is why I turn things around and I talk about the importance of community when we as a community are recognized with an award. Look how I say I brought it back to community despite everything that you tried. Whoa, keep it down back there. I'm doing a family show here.
It's happy people.
Do you know when the renovations at Disneyland Paris will be complete? I don't. I do not think not everything will be complete by September in the studios in Paris.
No, I don't
but
think
they'll be a long way away. And they just launched there's a new parade and a new nighttime show they just launched. So,
which will be fun.
Yeah. And then I want to say about the other thing so bad, and I
know you do.
A couple more days.
Just to make you guys feel better, he strung me along with this information for a week.
But did the hints I gave you make sense
No.
when I told you to?
No, the one. It's a good day today. I have no idea what that meant.
But don't say all that. But where did we go that night?
Okay.
Oh, dude.
Okay. That makes sense now. It didn't make sense then.
There you go. Does ABD cover the events of Bonfire of the Vanities in Florence? I don't even know what Bonfire of the Vanities is.
I do not think so. Because when you're in Florence, you're on the itinerary that we were on. That itinerary was a daytime.
Is the Bonfire of the Vanities a gelato tour? Because we did that.
Oh, and remember that lasagna was amazing there. Yeah.
Michelle, we stayed at the hotel in New York and Disneyland Paris, took the Eurostar back to London. Went to Southampton, on the British Isle cruise. That's a nice trip right there.
Yeah.
The fact that the train station is literally in the middle of Disneyland Paris is awesome.
Yeah.
Another choo-choo train right there. It's so easy and
That's
so
what we need to do.
accessible.
We need to do a group train
Becky,
trip.
I have been asking you for eons
Okay,
to do
so
a group train trip
in the U.S.
In the U.S.
you don't spend the night on the train.
Well, then,
So, but they've got one that is down at.
this is a rowdy cruise.
No, they're celebrating a birthday, so at the at the Grand Canyon, you can go down there, and then there's also
Like
the
the
really cool
Griswolds
one.
is like,
The really cool one is Vancouver to Banff.
okay, let's go.
Where are we going to put that in the calendar?
It's we have a busy year and a half ahead of us. We'll figure it out.
2026 and 2027. We have a lot of space in 2026 right now.
Corey wants to know whatever happened to the bus tour.
I have wanted to do the bus tour
Becky?
forever. What? When I was on the
There are
road,
certain
I
things-
had to be
There are certain things that don't go well together.
a touring bus would be so
All
much fun.
oil and water and electricity, fire and dynamite, Becky
It worked.
and a bus. Like
No, have you? Well, see, you've never been on a touring bus. When
Could you?
I was
imagine-
on the road
Could you
touring,
imagine?
the tour buses
imagine
were
Becky?
amazing.
Well, then wait a minute.
What?
Considering the kind of bus Becky would demand,
Yes,
it would be more
That's
like
my
a-
point. The bus I'm talking about, the touring buses, when I was on the road
It would
with
be
the
more
bands, there was a bedroom in the back, and there's bunks on the side, and there's a full kitchen in there. That's what I would demand, because
She just used the band
Yes,
word, just
well-
FYI.
if you're going to put me on a bus somewhere, it's going to be
See,
the
I
touring
can't
bus.
imagine Becky on a bus.
Wow.
Yeah,
we
that
really
would
should
be-
do that. We really should do a bus tour
Put it
sometime.
on the schedule. Yeah. Go look at your calendar. Go
2026.
here. Wait. Let me wind up your phone. Let me wind up your phone.
Wow.
And see if you can get the calendar.
2026 is amazing right now for
Remember
for
when you
open
looked at
time.
the calendar today?
That was 2025.
You're like,
2025
we don't have
is
the
a-
destiny on the calendar.
The only no, it wasn't the Destiny.
It was the destiny.
no.
It was not
No.
the adventure in Singapore.
That's the
What
one
are
that
you,
was
French all of a
missing.
sudden?
That's the one that's missing on the
Hannah
calendar.
says I've never heard of a queen taking a bus. Yeah, that would be an interesting.
If you've ever seen, and I know some people in here have, because we've had these discussions. If you've ever seen a tour bus that
A tour bus, not a
the
great.
bands lease to go across the country for touring, they're amazing. They're amazing. I just want the bedroom in the back. You get the bunk. Florida to Jersey.
No, I have no. We don't need to go. Let's go to Jersey. Said nobody ever.
Well, somewhere where we can have a meetup. We
The
have to have
only-
a meetup
the
somewhere
only-
besides Orlando. Please
I
chime
do
in on
meetups
that.
all the time when I
Outside
when
of
I
Orlando?
speak. Yeah.
Well, you don't tell us about it.
Oh, good God.
I never hear about.
Well,
so here,
people
you know
show
what?
up, so somebody's hearing about it.
Well, you might as you need to like tell people.
Dolly Parton has an awesome bus. Sorry, I thought it said an awesome bus. I just
And you're worried
Someone
about
else-
me
someone else will be
and my
thinking-
words.
Amanda says we need to meet up. There is New Orleans is been in the conversation.
That it's snowing there, so
We're not going tomorrow, Becky, but New Orleans is.
We
in
do
the
need to go back.
conversation. I love New Orleans so much.
I want to sail out
The
of
people,
Galveston.
the food, the food, and the music, and the people, and the Sazeracs, and the food.
Sazeracs.
Sazeracs. Remember we did? Remember when we cruised out of there and we did the river cruise? Right, we did the paddle, the paddle wheel.
It was
And
so cold.
It was like 3 degrees outside and 170 degrees inside.
It was so cold.
There was literally no there was no middle ground. So you went outside and you froze, and then you walked inside and you felt like you were sitting on the engine. That was a good time, though.
It was a fun event, though. If it wasn't so cold, that would have been perfect.
But I love that. I loved leaving at New Orleans,
Yeah.
and when we did we don't need to do it around a race because, duh. But just that event that we did in New Orleans was awesome. One of my favorite things we ever did was, again, take the cheering part out. Although it was one of the best cheering events we ever did.
I didn't get to do
but
that one.
going back to the hotel, sitting in the lobby, nice little jazz trio, just super chill, having a little like Sazerac thing, just listen to. Man, life is good. Life is good.
So a bus.
Now
from,
the fact that a friend of mine from New Orleans was there and was bringing us Bloody Marys onto the course did not hurt
I was
the
gonna
cheer
say,
team.
you probably welcomed that.
Yeah, and somebody else went to see what's it called? Mother's. Somebody else went to Mother's and brought back a couple of sandwiches, but yeah, Commander's Palace. Oh yeah, Commander's Palace. And now we'll have to go back. I never fully actually talked about my New Orleans Imagineering trip.
No, I only knew that he
There
went
was a
because
reason why.
somebody
Yeah.
else told me that he was there. So
Yeah, there was a reason why. And we'll come around. So I won't go too far into it, but a couple of years ago, I was invited on a secret trip by Disney. There was maybe
8 of you.
Yeah, I was like maybe 8, maybe 10 max, to New Orleans to do what was sort of the equivalent of like an Imagineering like research trip, like the trips that they go on. And they took us through a number of different places and experiences in New Orleans that were part of the inspiration for Princess and the Frog. And I couldn't talk about anything when I was there.
Right.
And then was embargoed to do stuff for a while. And then there was something else that I was talking to them about that we were going to do together that unfortunately had gotten pushed off and got delayed for another, and then it got delayed. So I was holding back all the content so I could add this other element that nobody else had done into it. And it just, time went on, and then Tiana's opened. But yeah, I have to share, I forgot I have to share all that stuff. Although I did do a show about Disney in New Orleans years ago, and like Walt's connection to New Orleans.
That's cool.
So,
That's really cool.
did you know that they were supposed to build a New Orleans themed hotel in Walt Disney World?
Yes.
Where?
You mentioned
I don't
it,
listen to your
I know,
show.
You mentioned it on the show at one point.
Right. You wouldn't know because you didn't listen to it, but I did mention it on the show. Anyway. Yes, the New Orleans cruise was right before COVID because we were in the terminal, the port terminal, like getting messages from people, like whether or not they were making it, whether or not stuff was closing. That was right like on the cusp because I had just come back from a conference right before that, where people were like leaving the conference early because they were afraid of.
Yeah, that was our last cruise,
Yep.
and then I went to a media event at Disney World, and that's when it was discovered in Washington State, and we were trying to decide if I should go home or not because we didn't know if Washington State was going to be taken over by COVID, and here we are.
Po' boys. Sorry.
Wow.
Andrew Milan said po' boys. I get just distracted. It's king cake season. I love king cakes or Cajun Kringle. There's a clear winner in my opinion.
You like Kringle?
Oh, God,
Yeah.
I love the Kringle. I love the Kringle.
It's
Do you know what else I love? Sue Passauer.
because she sends you Kringle.
I mean, that helps. I love Sue Passauer just because she's an amazing person, great mom, great wife, an incredible Mouse Fan travel advisor. But she also sends me a Cajun Kringle every year. It brings me so much joy. And then, like, when everybody else is gone, like, I take it from my secret hiding place, I take it out, and I cut the little piece, and I found out that the sweet spot is 9 seconds in the microwave. It gets just the right amount of warmth.
Did you have to test this
I did.
at various levels?
I did,
Just to...
because I made a mistake. I put it in for like 17 seconds. That was like way too much. And like 3 seconds, nothing really happens.
Okay.
But you just start to get a little bit of the melting of the glaze and the pecans.
I'm just
sort
checking
of
to
like
see if
sits-
the sushi window's open because in a minute you're going to get hungry again.
Oh my God.
And they have bubble cones over there.
They do?
You remember they have the bubble cone? Bye.
Did they? Oh, they do.
I think they might be closed right now.
Well, good night, everybody. This has been fun. I appreciate you tuning in. We have a lot more research to do. I wish Cajun Kringles were all year round. Although Cajun
why
Kringles,
aren't they?
Sue, pass that. Cajun Kringles got I mean, you know this because you sent them to me. Thank you. But they got so expensive. And the king cakes, they're nice. They're a little sweet. You got to find the baby. You got to get the baby.
Sure.
Don't say
leave
that.
it.
Don't.
Just
yeah,
leave it.
just
Okay.
let it go.
I'm leaving that one for the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
But whatever. So I love New Orleans, and we'll go back. So Hannah Bird says, "No, I want dessert." I think that's a great idea, Hannah. And I think
Might have to drink mine.
hi. Have you met Becky?
So they have a Bailey's Butterball on board, which is as awesome as it sounds. It's 1/3 Bailey's, 1/3 Kahlua, and 1/3 butterscotch schnapps on ice.
And it comes in an 82-ounce glass, so
It's in a highball. Awesome beverage for like a dessert.
Mary Wells, I agree that Lou, you need to join Sean and I would love to join you on the But Mostly Disney podcast. A couple of really good people doing really good stuff. Love those guys. So, baby is a choking hazard, so you have to hide your own baby. Good Lord.
There's so many directions you can take.
The
with that.
lawyers ruin everything. All right, so Becky, wait, she's passing me a note. Hold on a second.
Who's passing you out?
Wait, Becky's.
My hand is right here.
Can you wrap this up? I need to get some alcohol in my system stat. Well, that's a good.
Wow. And it's
on that note.
Clearly not true, but fine.
It is true.
Wow.
This is fake baby. Yes, it is a fake baby. Do not, please.
Don't put your babies in a
do
cake.
not put a baby in the cake. I absolve myself of any and all liability for anything that you do with your cakes and your babies. Anywho, Becky, this has been something.
Good research trip.
This has been something. This has been a show. This has been something.
But I appreciate Wednesdays when I can actually be here because then I can defend myself in person. And I can actually do things like say, congratulations on your award. Your award. We share it. We don't know.
Your award.
We get that. We all understand that. We all get it. You are the one that doesn't get it.
I don't get
we
it.
get it. You don't get it.
I don't get it.
Because you have
Stop
you have a
touching
problem.
me.
But this allows me to defend myself, to hit you when necessary, and not to type with purpose as fast as I can to try to answer something. And my answer is 4 minutes past what you already said, so you have no idea what I mean.
Amanda Amanda, you mistyped it. You don't put the Y in front of it's our. It's our. It is our recognition. It is a recognition of.
It's our community. It's your award.
Only because it's sitting in my office.
No,
Still
it
in the
was
box,
the
but-
Lou Mangello Lifetime Achievement Podcaster Hall of Fame, not the WDW Radio Award. It is the Lou Mangello Award.
Whatever. So, I don't know if you know this, right?
Probably not.
It's in my
Because you don't say
signature that's
anything.
on my
You don't
site.
Tell us anything.
And I had a conversation with somebody about this at the podcast conference I went to. So, again, recognition of the community, a testament to the community. Years ago, WDW Radio won the Best Travel Podcast Award 9 consecutive years. And my buddy Chris Christensen from the Amateur Traveler podcast, we've been friends going back to 2005,
I know him well.
2006.
He's nice guy.
Super nice guy. He was always in the running for the Best Travel Podcast, never won. So we used to sort of jokingly get mad. So I won 9 years in a row. And then they're like, you know what? That's it. There's a new rule in effect. If you win 5 times in a row, you can't win anymore.
Anymore?
You can't win anymore. So I was 9 times in. They're like, you can't win anymore. You are now a legacy podcast. They've named the Travel Podcast Award the WDW Radio Travel Podcast Award. But I can't win anymore. Because somebody's like, you won 9 times and then that was it? I'm like, no, they won't let me win. And then the founder of the thing walks over and goes, yeah, he can't win anymore. He won too many times. He's like, that's why you're a legacy. We named the award after him.
That's amazing.
That's why we can't. That's why us.
I was wondering what happened to that. I just thought they just did away with it.
I just tapped out at 9. I just so.
Should have even
But
10.
that is a
nice
tapped out.
even
That's right.
number.
That is a testament to you, the community. So it's not that you did anything wrong. It's just
We got
that,
awards.
What?
We got awards.
Who?
All the wonderful agents of MEI Travel.
Whatever. We got to go.
Wow.
You got lots of awards. I see.
We did. Over the past, we got the Travel Agency of the Year with Royal Caribbean twice in a row. We just got the Celebrity Travel Agency of the Year. We just were awarded the Diamond Elite from ALG Vacations. It's been a good couple of weeks.
And I have one more award to give you.
Great.
And I want you to have this. And this is one of the things I was holding off.
Wow.
You have won the Becky Mankin Princess of the Year award. I want you to take this. And
Isn't this my
display
18th
that.
year in a row, and
Yes.
it should be moved on to somebody else?
Display that proudly.
I keep saying I need a tiara, and you just won't buy me one.
You have a tiara.
I don't have a tiara. I don't have a tiara. When we were in Paris, I looked up and I said, "Look at all the tiaras. I like that one." And I was hoping for Christmas I would get a tiara, but he didn't bite on the idea that I wanted a tiara.
Okay, here we go. Anywho, thank you for, if anybody's even left, thank you for sitting through whatever this has been. That's what I mean. This is all, Wednesday nights are my favorite because it's just about us getting together as a community, as a family, and just having fun.
Having a conversation around the table, which is what I miss so much.
Yeah.
And email shows. That'd be great.
You gotta get the last little, you gotta dig in it. You can't just leave it.
The email show would be great. Just, it's been a while.
Sigh. Anywho, if you want to join us on a future adventure or create some memories on your own, go to the magic makers themselves. Go to where the princess goes. You don't need the sound effects. MouseFanTravel.com.
But more importantly, come with us.
Yeah.
If you've never traveled as part of the group, we have so much fun. We have
If you
so
think
much
this
fun.
is fun, come with us. It only gets better.
In late night poker games in Wyoming.
That's not the selling point you should be marketing and leading with, but there you go. So, Karen, this is the Utopia, and I will be sharing more now that the secret is out about where we have been.
He was already busted 3 times. When the first lunch that we had, somebody turned around and was like, "Hi," and I went, "Hi." He goes, "Are you Becky?" And I went, yeah. And he goes, "Is that Lou?" And I'm like, "Yes." He goes, "Oh, big fans."
That happened 3 times, and they all leave with the same question. It's like, "Excuse me,
what are you doing here?
Are you Lou Mangello?" And they usually say, "Do I owe you money?" And when they say no, I'm like, "No, I thought it was you." And I was sitting where I was sitting here. No, I was sitting right there, and I see this dude, and he walks by slowly, and then he keeps going, and he does a circle, and then he came back again, and he was sort of doing that, pretending looking at his phone, but he was kind of going like this, and he came by again. He's like, "Can I ask you a question?" I was like, "Yes." He goes, Are you Lou Mangello?" I'm like, "Do I owe you money?" He goes, "No." I'm like, "Yes."
But there's also other great experiences out there at different levels of cost and experience and so forth. So I love the fact that you are getting out there and experiencing new things.
Our sound went off. Your sound went off.
My sound went off?
Yeah. Mike's died. But
No,
maybe this is.
no.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
The sound is back. What did you do?
Nothing.
Well, see, that's God telling us it's time.
My little light's on. My little light's still on.
Becky broke my microphone.
I did.
All right, that's God telling us to
Wow.
go.
Anyway, what I'm saying is
It's the longest goodbye. You just
so
this is
much.
the worst Italian goodbye.
There's so much
Irish goodbye.
wonderful
whatever.
things to do on this planet, and ABDs, cruises,
Wrap it
different
up.
cruise
You're
lines,
like Lou Mangello
different
trying to end the show.
experiences.
You're like,
Yeah, I am.
That's it? Are you
Because it's
done?
important. Congratulations on your podcast award.
Our award. I love you. I appreciate you. Master of Travel. Have a great day
See
or
ya.
night. Bye.